Good evening and welcome to the College of Health and Human Services 2023 Honors Recognition event. I'm Denise Siebert and I have the honor of serving as Dean of the College. Thank you everyone, students, faculty, staff, family, friends, for joining us this evening. This event is so special because it gives us a chance as a college to recognize the amazing achievements of our students. With the excitement of commencement activities taking place later this week, it's nice to take a quiet moment this evening to honor a few of our own. Before we begin, I want to take care of some housekeeping and share some tips on how to best experience this evening's event. Please stay muted, and at the end of each section, you will have an opportunity to cheer for our honorees. To ensure you have the best viewing experience, set your screen to active speaker view. Before we get started, I would like to tell you a little bit about our college. When we began in 1981, our college was comprised of just 4 departments and several hundred students. Since then, the college has continued to attract more than 4,200 students annually, mostly from a region that stretches from Merced to Kern County. We are home to one of the largest colleges on campus with 7 academic programs. Our college offers degrees at the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral level, with students from each academic level being celebrated this evening. It gives me great pride to know our college awards the most degrees of any college at Fresno State, and this number will only rise as we set to graduate even more students this Saturday. I'd like to take a moment to thank our more than 200 dedicated full-time and part-time faculty who nurture, teach, and guide our students for success. Please unmute yourselves and give a shout out to all of our faculty members and thank them for all the support that they provide our students. Thank you all.
Great.
We'd like to start off our event this evening by recognizing the recipients of our project and thesis awards. Our students are among the best and brightest at Fresno State. Those who choose to pursue graduate and postgraduate careers must submit their research projects and thesis for review. Faculty and chairs nominated their candidates to be considered for this award, and we are happy to announce them this evening. First up is Jordan Fitzpatrick with the Department of Social Work Education, who received the Outstanding Master's Thesis entitled Barriers to Accessing Gender-Affirming Mental Health Care in California's Central Valley for Transgender and Non-Binary Individuals. Their mentor, Dr. Marcus Crawford, will say a few words about Jordan.
Thank you, Dean Siebert. It is my pleasure to introduce Jordan for this award. I have had the honor of working with Jordan over the last 2 years during their journey through the master's program, starting in the very first research course, all the way then through thesis. Jordan undertook this thesis as qualitative research. And early in the fall semester, as they were lining up the interviews, Jordan ended up doing 40 plus interviews. And oftentimes when students do that many interviews, the interviews are very, very short, maybe 10 minutes or so. Jordan's interviews averaged about 45 minutes to an hour. So the transcripts from those interviews were 30, 40 pages long, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of transcripts. So it was a huge undertaking to analyze all of that data. And then moving into the spring semester, I had actually encouraged Jordan to focus on just one theme because he had identified four themes. And just to get the thing done in the time frame, I encouraged them to just focus on one theme. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, Jordan came back with everything analyzed, every theme done. It was a huge amount of work, and I am so impressed. It is doctoral level qualitative work, honestly. And in my experience, as far as I know, this is the first time the college has recognized a qualitative thesis for the Outstanding Thesis Award. If it's not the first one, it's the first one in a very long time. So I am extremely honored to introduce Jordan and let them talk a little bit about the work that they did.
Thank you so much. I'm trying not to cry. I just feel so honored to receive this award, and I'm really grateful for Dr. Crawford for helping me through this journey, and for my readers, Dr. Faubert and Dr. Addo, who also helped me a lot. And I really wanted to do this research because it's the transgender and non-binary community is very important to me, because I'm also a member of that community, and I felt like it's also really important research to do right now, especially since gender affirming care is under attack all across the country. There are over 400 bills trying to make access to this life-saving care for our community illegal. And I hope to use this research to help our community here in the Central Valley, because what we found was that the majority of the community didn't actually find a therapist that was trained in providing gender affirming care, and many people had to go outside of the Central Valley. And many people in our community experience addiction, domestic violence, eating disorders, and all sorts of things that they weren't able to get help for because there aren't facilities that are open to our community and also trained in helping our community. So I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of training that individuals need to have in order to help our community more, and students who are coming into this field need more training in order to help the community as well, and to help address all of the intersections of the community, as not just their gender identity, but as well as their race and religion and all parts of a person. And And again, I'm just really honored to receive this award, and I'm really grateful for my friends and family who've supported me, and especially my husband. And thank you again for this great honor.
Tell us what's next for you, Jordan.
I'm hoping to, well, I plan to become a therapist, and I'm going to now work on becoming a licensed clinical social worker, and continue to help our community. And I also, after doing this, I'm now like, I feel more passionate about research, so I definitely want to do more research as well.
Outstanding. Congratulations to you. Please
And
join me in
Siebert?
celebrating Jordan. Please unmute yourself and give a shout out.
Good job, Jordan.
Go Jordan.
Love the qualitative.
Yes, and I will
Siebert?
say, as a qualitative scholar, researcher myself, 40 interviews is no joke. That is some serious, serious data. And I'm thinking we expect some serious publications out of you, Jordan. So we'll be watching for those. I know that Dr. Crawford will be right there by your side supporting you with what's next. So congratulations to you, and thank you for doing this important work. I heard some other shout outs about the qualitative. We know that is hardcore. So thank you for setting such a great example. Up next, we get to recognize Naomi Himatulaki from the Department of Public Health, who received the outstanding master's degree project entitled Non-Alcohol Fatty Liver Self-Management Among the Hispanic and Latino Population. Their mentor, Dr. Mary Garza, will say a few words.
Great. Thank you so much. And again, it's an honor, a privilege to introduce Naomi. I enjoyed working with her these past 2 years, especially this past year when we were working on the leadership project. Naomi undertook this project, this disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which I learned a lot about. It's a disease that's very highly prevalent among Latinos, and liver disease is the 7th leading cause of death among Latinos. Yet there's very little bit of research out there among understanding what are those predictors of this particular disease. And given our demographics here in the Valley, there's a lot that we can contribute to this. And so she set out to do primary data collection. She administered a survey both in English and in Spanish, and her sample size was 94, which was fantastic for her, given that she did it in 1 semester. And again, she excelled at everything she did. She made my job easy in that she strives for excellence in whatever she does. And so her quantitative analysis, being guided by Dr. Akala, made it very easy for her, and also the PI of where she worked at. And again, this is a disease that is very prevalent among Latinos. The only way we can manage it right now, the best treatment is diet and exercise self-management. Yet knowing very little about it, her research is really going to contribute to the literature. And currently right now, we're working on a manuscript to publish and make sure that we can hopefully be able to inform the development of interventions, programs, and services that hopefully are going to reduce this health disparity among Latinos. Again, I'm so proud of Naomi, and of 2 accomplishments besides, this accomplishment as, best outstanding leadership project. She also got accepted into medical school. So I look forward to many accomplishments from Naomi. Again, so proud of you, Naomi.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garza. I'm so honored just to be here and receive this award, and for all of your kind words. Working on this project has been one of the most challenging experiences of my academic career, I think I can say. I learned a lot throughout this project about research, about the Hispanic Latino community, about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and none of it could have been possible without the contribution of my committee, my chair, Dr. Garza. I want to thank you so much for meeting with me. Almost every week of the semester we met and we talked about my project and everything you've done for me. I'm so grateful. Dr. Alcala, I'm so grateful for all the meetings we've had, for all the time and work you've dedicated toward my project, and through the statistics. I learned so much from you, and I'm so grateful to have worked with you and have had you on my committee. Dr. Sheikh, I want to thank Dr. Sheikh for all the work he did for me on this project and for mentoring me through both my undergraduate and graduate careers, helping me to be the student that I am today, and for providing me with the space to conduct my research, the resources and incentives. It was a huge help, and I'm forever grateful to him. So thank you so much to my committee. I'd also like to thank my family, my mom and my dad, specifically for challenging me throughout my education, shaping me to be who I am today. I'd like to thank my best friend as well. She's here. So just to thank her for all of her support, always reading my papers for me and being there for me. This experience has been, I can't even put into words but how this experience has been for me. And I know working on this manuscript and continuing and furthering this research will be a hugely valuable experience for me, and hopefully also for the community as well, as I progress with my medical education and my future career as a physician. So thank you so much.
Oh, Naomi, congratulations. Please join me in celebrating Naomi.
Yeah.
You can unmute yourself and give the shout out she deserves. So thank you, Naomi, for your hard work and for asking important questions and using all of the resources that we have to be able to support you with your scholarly activity. We will be watching you. We know you're going to med school right here in Fresno, and so there are high expectations that you will come back and serve your community. I know it's in your bones, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, and we look forward to watching your success. Thank you for your hard work, Naomi, and for sharing that with us. I now get to celebrate Megan Long from the Department of Physical Therapy, who received the outstanding doctoral degree project entitled Urinary Incontinence and Pelvic Floor Muscle Strength in Females Practicing High versus Low Impact Exercise, a meta-analysis. Her mentor, Dr. Jennifer Roos, will say a few words.
Thank you, Dean Siebert. I'm really excited to be able to honor Megan tonight. Megan came to Fresno State after she graduated from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and over the last 3 years has been a wonderful part of our program and an asset. She's handled all of the challenges, changes and schedules that we've had, and really continued just to remain focused on her education. And she takes really exceptional pride in her work. I started working with her as her project chair 2 years ago, and she knew right away that she wanted to focus on sports and women's health. And so she really started digging into the literature to understand better. We continued to work extensively, and I'd provide feedback, and she took it and ran with it. She always came back exceeding expectations and kind of moving in a stepwise fashion to get to this successful project that she's got today. So I'm really proud of her for that. She's got a solid project, has over 6 studies and about 488 subjects total in the combined participant pool of the 6 studies that are combined in her meta-analysis. And she really stayed kind of steadfast to what her question was. Although it may have been a little challenging at times, I think it, made for the better in the end. It's been an absolute honor to work with her. I've enjoyed every minute of it. We have actually written an abstract and submitted that to our state conference in hopes of presenting that as a poster presentation next fall after graduation. And the whole program really feels and sees that she's exceeded expectations and are excited to honor her tonight. So congratulations to Megan on her hard work, and I'm excited to acknowledge that and for her to be acknowledged.
Thank you so much, Dr. Roos. Yeah, I'm really excited and honored to have received this award. It was a lot of hard work and was pretty difficult at times. We both kind of found throughout the process that there isn't a lot of research on this topic as much as we would like. So I think that kind of is an important aspect too. Through this project, I learned so much, not only about the topic itself, but the research process in general, and have a greater appreciation for that. And I think just the main thing that I'm proud of is just bringing awareness to this topic, because it's kind of underrepresented and not talked about, but experienced by a lot of women. So just being able to bring awareness to that topic was important to me, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished with this.
What's next after graduation, Megan?
So I'm going to be studying for the National Physical Therapy exam, and that's at the end of July. And then I'll be working in Fresno at an outpatient physical therapy clinic.
Congratulations, that's wonderful. Please join me, feel free to unmute, and let's give Megan a round of applause for her award.
Yay!
Congratulations, Megan.
Congratulations.
Woo! Yay. This is definitely what I love about the College of Health and Human Services. We're taking care of people's hearts and souls, their incontinence, as well as their liver and everything in between. We're taking care of women. We're taking care of people of all genders. This is why we do what we do. And this is so fun to be able to get to celebrate this evening, because this is such important work. I know that research for me is a love-hate thing. And when you're in it, you hate it. And when you're done, maybe you have these moments of saying, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself with what I accomplished. And I'm feeling a little bit of that energy from our award winners tonight, that maybe there was a little bit of a, well, I survived it, but wow, what an accomplishment. I hope that we get to read everybody's follow-up in their publications that are to come, I'm sure. I know your mentors are eager to support you with that. We've had a number of, as I said, amazing and innovative projects, but these were not all. We also had some other nominees that we would like to be able to recognize this evening. For the Outstanding Thesis Award, Aubrey Gaiman from the Department of Communicative Sciences and Deaf Studies, and her mentor, their mentor is Dr. Brooke Findley. Are we highlighting Aubrey or no? Or maybe we're going to highlight.
She can't be here with us tonight. Sorry.
She was not able to join us, I am sorry to say. And but we do have some others. Valerie Bellew of the Department of Kinesiology and her mentor, Dr. John McMillan, and Sergio Sanchez from the Department of Social Work, Education, and their mentor, Dr. Crawford. Each of these students received important support from their mentors. We've heard from them that they wouldn't be here without that. And we congratulate you on completing your project and theses. Please unmute yourself. Join me in congratulating Valerie and Sergio on their recognition.
Congratulations. Congratulations to both of you.
To be nominated is huge for both of you. We recognize that. We wish that we could have awards for all of the amazing work, but the nomination says your work is outstanding and we want to continue to celebrate that. I'm now greatly honored to introduce our deserving nominees and medalists for the Dean's Graduate and Undergraduate recognition. The candidates for this award have all displayed remarkable achievements during their time at Fresno State, including strong academic performance, exemplary community service, and valued leadership roles at the university. Each candidate has shown a great passion for their chosen field, and I am confident, as I have met them all, they will continue to serve the Central Valley and beyond with their newfound knowledge and expertise. While you might imagine that after you hear a little bit about some of these individuals, that it was a very difficult decision, but that is not what we're here to celebrate all of our nominees this evening. And so I would like for us first to recognize our undergraduate Dean Medalist nominees. And I know that Beth and the team will be highlighting those who are able to join us this evening. From the Department of Communicative Sciences and Deaf Studies, Natalie Allison. And I would like to recognize that Natalie, while she is a nominee in our college, She was also a nominee and was chosen to be the undergraduate dean's medalist for student affairs. So we got to celebrate her last Friday at a ceremony, and we are so really proud of the work that she has done. From the Department of Recreation Administration, Cassie Carr is not able to be here tonight, but I know from recent interactions with her that she has a job at the Chaffee Zoo and will be leading events there. We're so excited for her. And from the Department of Social Work Education, Alyssa De La Teja, who also was not able to join us, but what I do know is that she will be starting her master's in social work this fall right here at Fresno State. And we are really excited for that. She has been a volunteer with some of our student organizations, helping them access resources, and she gets to serve as a graduate assistant with them in the fall. So we're so proud of her. And then from the Department of Kinesiology is Jose Mendez. Is Jose with us this evening? Maybe not. But please join me in giving a shout out to these 4 nominees. They're incredible young people who are going on to do a lot of wonderful things. I also want to recognize the mentors who submitted their applications, Drs. Brooke Finley, Dr. Sam Langford, Dr. Travis Cronin, and Dr. Mark Baldus, who all put together really thoughtful packages to help support their students. So join me in celebrating. And now we would like to recognize our graduate dean medalists nominees. And I believe not here with us, but we want to recognize Corey Hamilton from the Department of Kinesiology, who is athletic trainer. And when we interviewed her, she is off in the DC area working with, oh, I'm struggling in a moment. Somebody help me from kinesiology. She's working with a sports team out there and doing amazing things. And of course, is on a totally different time zone. So that would have the challenge for her joining us this evening. And then from the Department of Public Health, Dr. Syed Shahrir is here. Oh, she's at West Point. Thank you, Dr. Saylor. Syed, are you here? I think he's here so that we can give a little shout out to Syed. He is our nominee from the Department of Public Health. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Join me in celebrating.
Woohoo!
And their mentors, Dr. Scott Saylor for Corey Hamilton and Brittany Clayson, and then Dr. Miguel Perez, who's been Syed's mentor this past year while he worked on his master's in public health. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our 2023 Dean's Medalist, both our undergraduate and our graduate, Cherika Gamble and Silong Yang. Dr. Mary Garza will come back and share a few words about Cher with who is from the Department of Public Health.
I'm trying to, oh, am I unmuted?
You are.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. Well, it gives me great privilege and honor to talk about a few words and introduce Cher. Well, to begin with, she's an exceptional student. And I knew that when I had her in class. She was like a breath of fresh air in class. She would lead some of our lively discussions. She would engage students. And yet I didn't know that much about her. But here's a student who has had numerous challenges, who has unique lived experiences, and yet she comes to class with a smile on her face and ready to engage in these lively discussions. As a professor, I strive to help students understand basic concepts. It was a health behavior class that she was enrolled in, and basic concepts and principles. And then I have them try to link it to their lived experiences so they can remember them and really apply them. Well, Cher was living these lived experiences. She was applying these principles, concepts, health disparities, whatever we were discussing in class, she was applying them in real life. Little did I know that, okay? So I step back and I'm thinking, wow, here's a student, despite the challenges, against all odds, did not give up. she continued. And that to me speaks a lot about Cher. The one thing that, in my class, the key assignment is to select a behavior, a health behavior that you're going to work on all semester, 8 weeks to change. Well, Cher selected sleep. She wanted to increase her sleep. Here you have a person, a student who's working 3 jobs, a full-time student, and has housing insecurities and homeless for a while. And she wants to increase her sleep. For her, sleep was a luxury. So we met several times, we discussed it, and hopefully, I'm not sure, but she progressed to the point where I think she was averaging a good 4 hours of sleep and maybe taking a nap. And I'm hoping, Chair, that has increased since then, because I know you've just had too many challenges, but yet, like I said, you didn't give up. Your sheer determination to succeed in your academic career was just amazing. You're a very resourceful person that no matter what, she makes things work. And like I said, she didn't complain and she always had a smile on her face. No one would know what she was going through because of her personality. On a personal note, it's individuals like Cher that inspires me to continue as a professor. Seeing her sheer determination, I want to help other students succeed in that. And also, I also wonder what I could have done or maybe helped out more or seen the signs. So you might say it increased my level of sensitivity towards students who are undergoing similar challenges. And for that, Cher, I want to thank you because I'm hoping that I improve in that area and that we're there for you in all ways that possible so you can succeed. So again, I'm so proud of you because she does start her PhD program at UC Merced in the fall. And like I said, I'm just so proud of you. And I know your mother and your grandmother both are very proud of you and have a smile on their face. So I want to introduce Cher to all of you.
Hi, everyone. Dr. Garza, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just extremely humbled and, honored to be nominated as the Dean's Medalist. It's been a challenge, but the level of community and support I received from Fresno State, from professors like Dr. Garza, having those intimate talks and conversations with me and helping me problem solve and helping me apply my personal lived experiences to my profession as well. And I just have to thank my peers and friends, Jordan, shout out to you. Just been just an overwhelming amount of joy in my life. And, my friends and family and, every single day, I saw classmates who had similar struggles as me as well. And it's their resiliency and their determination and activism that fed into me to keep going because, unfortunately, there are some students that had it worse than I did and just couldn't continue on. And I wanted to be there. I wanted to be a voice of reason for them and show them that, hey, I'm doing it, you can do it. And, sorry, I'm a little emotional, but that's why I'm wanting to go into community public health to form those bonds and, really push my activism to a certain degree that gives voice to the most marginalized and silenced communities, especially those of the Black, Indigenous communities and also the LGBTQ communities. So thank you so much for this award, and I appreciate it so much. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for me. Again, I will be going to UC Merced, and my research is going to be focusing on Black maternity and birthing here in the Central Valley, most specifically on trans Black birthers and non-binary birthers. So yeah, thank you so much.
Join me in celebrating Cher. Please unmute and give a shout out.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, and it's important to know we weren't the only ones that thought Cher was pretty spectacular. Cher has also been selected as the Dean's Medalist for the College of Social Sciences. So she is the first double medalist here on campus. And I've spent a little bit of time getting to know Cher personally and along with Silong, who will be meeting here shortly. And these two women got together and just started talking activism at a level that just made me really appreciate in my heart that our students are making a difference. So thank you, Cher. Well done. I would now like to introduce Dr. Pa Zhang, who will introduce our graduate Dean's Medalist, Silong Yang from the Department of Social Work Education.
Thank you everyone for being here today. I am honored to be here to introduce Silong Yang. All of my students are awesome and I have students in here, so know that, but Silong is one that stood out to me. We connected the first time we met, you know, and it's just incredible that you have someone that you walk into the room and they admire you and they said, you know what, I want to be like you when I grow up. But something that she doesn't know is that I wish I was like her when I was in the master's program. I wish I had the courage. I wish I was as active. I wish I was as involved. The connection that she has with our faculty, other students, things that she does to just make someone's life a little bit better. That's truly social work and kind-hearted. And those are some characters that it's so powerful in our field and in our professional, and along with being Hmong, a Hmong women, and still being so resilient, but at the same time keeping that kindness in our hearts to spread to others. And I feel like that's something that stood out to me, and that she's always, you know, living by what she preaches. During winter break, while all of us were celebrating with our families, she was out there passing out care packets to our homeless populations. So little things like that. At the end of, you know, our last class, she gave out care packets to myself and my students, you know, just things that she would go above and beyond for others. And Silong, congratulations. That is something that I know you will never lose. And I just can't wait what you are going to do from now on. And, you know, like you said, always come back and help our community, and come back to our social work department when you're ready. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Hyung, for being so kind. I'm already emotional. Thank you, Dr. Siebert, for selecting me for the Dean's Award. It still feels like a dream, like it doesn't belong to me. Because again, like, it doesn't really happen to Hmong girls like me or minorities like me. And so it's an honor to get it. But at the same time, you know, it's hard to fully accept it, because I feel like at any minute it could be taken away. But anyways, but I feel like this award doesn't belong to me. It belongs to all of us, to everyone that's helped me along the way, to my cohort, to our professors and staff that helped me on this journey. You know, it's not about ourselves, and we didn't get here on our own. And it's our friends and family who support us, our professors who understand that we are more than just a college student. Like, we have life that exists outside of classrooms. And at times it's hard to juggle the two. And, you know, a lot of times for me personally, like, I felt like school couldn't take center stage of my life because I had other roles and obligation. And again, being a Hmong daughter, you know, I have a lot of roles to fulfill for my parents, and I'm not obligated to fulfill those roles, but I feel like I have to because of what happened to my parents and when they fled from the war. So again, this Dean Medal Award isn't mine alone. It belongs to all of us. And I wish that we all could just take a piece of it, because even though it has my name engraved on it, it really belongs to everybody that helped me get here. And it means a lot to just be recognized in that, and to say like, hey, you know, like you're doing good despite everything else that's going on, because a lot of times people don't realize, you know, like Cher had said, you know, there's so many things going on, but we keep smiling, we keep pushing forward because, you know, we can't lose sight of that dream. And so thank you again, Dean Siebert, and all my professors, Dr. Xiong, Dr. Jishedar, Dr. Crawford, Dr. Nedegar. You guys have been my rock and, you know, really helping me navigate this program. And I'm so grateful just to have this opportunity. And again, I hope I represent the social work field in a good light. And I would be honored to come back to Fresno State one day and just continue to work. Thank you guys. Sorry to be crying.
You get that honor. It's your moment. Tell us what you're doing after graduation.
So I accepted a job as clinician, so I'll be working through my licensure. And then I plan to continue to do more research and then going to a PhD program in the social field work. So that is my goal. And I'll come back to Fresno State if you guys will have me.
Please join me in celebrating Silong.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, and I'm the first one to say we don't get to apologize for emotions, because everybody who I work with knows I'm the first one that lets them come out. So you don't ever have to apologize. I will take care of all that. And my saying is it's our passion coming out. And so keep it coming because it's important. So I will tell you, we went to the social work, Kara Scott and I walked over to the social work master student event, and we're walking around, and then I see Silong and she says, oh, look, I misspelled my name. She said, you can be the dean's medalist and misspell your name. So it's our remind on her poster that she was presenting at their final thing. So it is our reminder that we all give and get a little grace all the time. And when you say that we're not in this alone and that we don't know all of the weight that others are carrying, you remind us that we need to have that energy for everybody, because we don't know. We don't know. And you know what? You could fix the L that was missing, you know? So you just got to let those things go and embrace it with humor as you did, and remind us that there's lots going on for our students, our faculty, our staff, all the people that we work with and that we serve. And so thank you for both of you through your story and through sharing that to remind us. Grace is important, but you're doing the right things. You found your right passions, and how lucky for all of us that we get to celebrate you. And I get to go celebrate with you again tomorrow evening. So just know that I will be there cheering for you, and I'm sure there will be a few more tears at that event as they will tell a little bit of your story as well. If you haven't seen it, Melissa has written lovely stories about both Cher and Silong. And as those of you who know Melissa's work, she does a fabulous job of really getting to know the person and trying to share that through story. So thank you, Melissa, for helping us tell their story just in another venue. So help me unmute yourselves, give out your shout out to Cher and Silong for their awards and celebrations.
It's probably up there.
Congratulations.
This is some of the best stuff we get to do. This time of year is truly my favorite. It's exhausting because of these kind of energies that we're using, but it is some of the best work that we get to do because we are celebrating the best and the brightest and all of the amazing things. We've got students on this screen tonight who are going to be physicians and scholars and mental health practitioners and public health providers and physical therapists and everything else in between. And how what an amazing thing that our job is, that we get to help send out the next generation to help make our community a healthier place to live and be and grow, and to take care of those who cross their paths. So thank you, students, for giving us the privilege to get to celebrate you, because without you, this would just be us talking about how great we are, and it's not really as exciting as how wonderful you all are. I do have to give a big shout out, because events like this are not one person's event. They happen. There's all kinds of people behind the scenes this evening that made this happen. So a big shout out to Beth Wilkinson, Diana Evia, Rocio Garcia. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Ruth Briscoe helped with this. Melissa Taub made our fabulous video. Melissa, I even got text telling me how it was. So thank you for our new video, and all of our faculty mentors who made it possible for us to be able to celebrate these students. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for our faculty mentors that just go above and beyond. On that note, we will be celebrating about 1,000 graduates on Saturday. And if you're not able to be there in person, we hope you will celebrate with us online. And it's our true joy, and it's my favorite part of my world. So thank you all to those who were here and joining us this evening. Congratulations to all of our students. Please go have a little celebration with the people you love the most. And we will look forward to when you cross the stage on Saturday and we get to celebrate you one more time. Thank you, and have a most wonderful evening. Cheers, everybody.